I read and I count the pages left. I read, I count the pages. So I'm that restless. I have to finish the book as early as possible. So that's why I hold myself to pick up any book and read.
I have 3, 4 handbags which I carry while going out, different bags, like based on the occasion or the time we are traveling. So in each bag, there'll be a book. I have certain books which are only meant for hospitals because I don't get to
Oh,
read them at home. So I'll mark
yes.
yeah, I'll mark the topic and keep, this topic means it's a hospital topic.
We are always on our phone, and our children are also, you know, they also have the habit of watching their parents with phone in their hands always. So they
Correct.
also get addicted to phone. And we consciously taken a decision that we are not going to do that. And when we are in the bedroom, we keep our phones aside as much as possible. Now that he is very young, so sometimes I watch something while he is playing, but I don't think when he will grow older, I can do that.
You'll always have that, Jaya, because all that working mother's guilt is there. That is very natural. You can't do anything because even I have faced it. So it can't be helped.
What do you think about read out loud? Is that really help?
Yes. In my opinion, yes. I read it out loud.
You read
You
it
know,
out loud even now?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Why? Like because I love articles which are written in a very nice manner. So I enjoy each word. And I feel that it goes inside me all the more better. And the words they have used and the beauty of it, you have to enjoy it, reading that, not just for the sake of mundane task. You're just reading for the sake of reading. You have to enjoy it. Only then you will feel like reading the next one, or else you'll only be doing it for the sake that somebody has suggested it.
Yeah. Yes.
Because once one is, you will hear your own voice, how you are pronouncing, isn't it, the words?
Yes.
What is
You
your
know,
opinion?
actually, when I started reading out loud, I didn't understand it.
Oh,
I don't know why. I feel like when I read silently, I can better understand the whole thing. But I think with practice, if I do it, and
no, what
I
you can
think
do is, for understanding sake, you can read it the way you want to read. Once you have understood it, then you can read it out loud.
yes,
That can be done,
yes.
provided you have the time and the patience.
But
What do
we have to do that if we really want to improve, because
correct.
if we are not doing it right now, we have to do it maybe a year later or 2 years later. So it's better to start from today and take it slowly to the next level. And I also love so suppose one day I'm reading something about nature, and I find an article which I really like, the words that is used, the whole
Mm.
essence of the article, and I bookmark the website. And suppose I want to read something about wildlife, then if I go to that particular website, I may not find that particular article worth reading.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because of that, actually, and nowadays I am trying really hard to find some good websites from which I can read everything.
Okay, okay. But do you read books?
I love reading books. I love reading
Oh,
books, but
habit. Mm.
I don't have much time. If I start reading a book, I don't think I can finish the book even in a month. So
What
that is also
generally, what
kind
kind of book you read?
of
Story books or what is it?
yes, I read fiction.
Oh, fiction means what happens is once, like you have to finish it or else
Yes,
that interest.
I
Correct.
read and I count the pages left. I read, I count the pages. So I'm that restless. I have to finish the book as early as possible. So that's why I hold myself to pick up any book and read. But I think I should start it and take it, slowly.
You know, what I do is I have 3, 4 handbags which I carry while going out, different bags, like based on the occasion or the time we are traveling. So in each bag, there'll be a book that fits that bag. And depending on the time of travel, I will see to it that, okay, because at home, you sometimes you won't get the time. But when you're traveling somewhere, then I have my neck thing, I'll put it on.
Yes.
And so, or when I'm waiting at the hospital, hospital means you spend so much of time waiting outside when you are going to meet a doctor. I definitely carry a book. It's a real, like time passer. You will not know how your time passes. And people will keep looking at you and they'll try to, like, look, what are you reading? But I'm not bothered as long as I have certain books which are only meant for hospitals because I don't get to
Oh,
read them at home. So I'll
yeah.
mark the, yeah, I'll mark the, the topic and keep, this topic means it's a hospital topic.
Yes. I think so. My husband does the same thing. He has the habit of taking a book with him wherever he goes, no matter whether he is able to read it, but there is a book in his bag. And what I do is that because I'm not consistent, and also when I start reading a book, I have to finish it really quickly. So at home, I read the book, and I also download the PDF in my phone. So wherever I'm going, I just read it on my phone. So I'm that kind of a person. I read book and also I read my PDF. So when I come back home, I also start reading the book. So that's how I read. And also at night when my husband is sleeping and it's not good to keep the lights on because we have office the next day. So that time also it helps me to read the book. I read on my phone.
Mm-hmm. Good. When I was very young, I got into this habit of reading, and I used to read so much. My mother was like, like she's always telling me, give her a book and she'll forget anything and everything around her. She will not know what is happening around her. I was that much a reader.
Same here. Same here. But ma'am, can you tell me the name of one book that you really like reading?
See, off late I have left reading fiction. Fiction days are over. It was, college, all that. Now, I can tell you one book that really changed me, like, what to say. I was like really down, very down. I can't tell you how down I was. I was very down. That time, I was traveling by train actually for my work. So I carried a book called Positive Thinking. Okay. That was the book that literally lifted me from my, like very low. I was very low that time, very low. It literally lifted me and, like put me back on track.
Wow.
It's been years, but I still cannot forget it. I don't know why, like I was like things were not working out, and office also I was pressurized, and I felt, when 2, 3 things happen, then like you exaggerate and you feel, oh, that's it. Now I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know where my life is going. All that, no. So little bit of drama also in my mind, but then I was really down. I was wondering that, oh God, what a horrible job, like all that kind of a thing. Though I loved my job, but then that book really, like it shook me. Literally, it shook me and made me sit up. That hurry when the people that he has talked about in that book, when they are like that, like I'm really blessed. Then I shouldn't be complaining at all. So
So,
that travel, I will never forget in my life.
my God. So, so in that book, is there
I,
examples of bad things
yeah,
happening to
uh,
people? How they overcome?
he'll give you, like he will tell you with examples. That I don't know what, it's somehow connected. At that point of time, I felt so connected that, like as though somebody was speaking to me.
Yes.
And as you know,
Yes.
like my life was being discussed. So that really gave me that this thing that, oh, what are you worried about? There are far worse people in the world, and they are in far worse condition than you. This is nothing. You should count yourself, you're blessed. So then I felt that it's nothing. But that's been now years. After that, I have never looked back. So that was the the turning point in my life, we can say. So books have this power of healing and lifting you up and lifting your mood up. That's what I feel.
Yes. I think that's why these books are called self-help books.
Self-help
It will
books. Yes.
change
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
your mindset
Otherwise, I
sometimes.
wouldn't have read that book fully because I had a long travel. I was going from Chennai to Sholapur via train. So I had 1.5 days. And, it was a second AC and there were very few people. So I was wondering how am I going to pass my time? So this book literally helped me.
Wow. Yes, ma'am. Uh, so I think fiction is something that you enjoy reading and you may learn some vocabularies from it.
Yeah, you can.
But
Vocabulary learning, you can. Yeah, yeah. That is there.
but other than that, I think non-fiction is the genre that you should read for self-improvement.
Yeah, yeah. And I am a cricket lover, so I have read these autobiographies of people. That also I like. It's like I will I will imagine and I will visualize those things. So and I feel that I can see it.
Yes,
So that kind of books also I read. And of course the our I read the Mahabharata because I just love it. How many ever times you read, you feel as though it is new because it is such a it's an epic, of course.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have actually started reading it. I've downloaded a PDF. I was liking that, but then I quit.
I believe that we should to our children now that your child, I think your child is young. So once he isn't it? It's a boy.
Yeah, it's a boy.
So once he starts growing, you should get him books and like there are nowadays there are so many books based on the age of the child. Yeah. So and put him into that reading habit at an early age. Then later on you don't need to worry. It will become a habit with him.
Yes, because nowadays, because we are always on our phone, and our children are also, you know, they also have the habit of watching their parents with phone in their hand always. So they
Correct.
also get addicted to phone, and we consciously taken a decision that we are not going to do that. And when we are in the bedroom, we keep our phones aside as much as possible. Now that he is very young, so sometimes I I watch something while he is playing, but I don't think when he will grow older, I can do that. So I will definitely going to introduce books because that way I can also read something and can enrich my vocabulary. Because when he will be in school, then I have to help him
Correct.
in his studies also. And if I don't study, then how I can help him? So
Correct.
it's I think
Correct.
it's a continuous process for me, and it will till the day he just gets,
Because today, nowadays, parenting has become a real challenge in today's, with all this electronic things and, all technological advancement. Parenting has really become a challenge. In our time, it was different. And in my mother's time, it was different. Now it is entirely different. It's very difficult, become a
yes,
real challenge. Parenting and education, all that, isn't it? It is a
yes.
challenge. Correct. In
And because
today's,
we are not at home during the day, so when we come back, maybe we grant many things to our children, which is not good. We
Correct.
let them
That
watch
is
something
because,
on the.
you'll always have that, Jaya, because all that working mother's guilt is there. That is very natural. You can't do anything because even I have faced it. So it can't be helped. It's but
Yes.
natural for a working mother to feel, when she leaves a child at home. Though, even if it is, like your parents or your in-laws are there, still leaving the children at home and going is, like you have that guilt in you. Uh,
Yes, and
Now we,
whenever I come back, while coming back, I always think that I should take something for my child. But what I can take, I can only take some toys maybe, and so I make sure that I buy something for him, because I think that's how I feel that the guilt is somehow decreased.
yeah. That is the we tend to equate guilt with buying something. It's but natural, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's for sure.
It is but natural. When I used to come home, what I used to do is, I used to sit with my son. Of course, that time he was say around 2.5, 3 years old. So he was even when he was younger than that, we used to sit outside and just simply talk. I'll tell him what all happened, you know, and I'll keep telling him what happened in my office, who said what, all that like a story. He will listen and he will tell me what he did, whatever. So that was our everyday ritual. And I used to put him to sleep. Only then I used to come out of the room, and then after that it was me time. I'm talking about when he
Yes.
was very young. Yeah, now I don't have that because now he's grown up, so it's a different thing. But I'm saying that spending quality time with the child is very important.
Now, actually, we think that we are not spending enough time with our child, and when he will grow up, he will not have time for us. So
Correct,
that's how it's going to
correct,
be.
correct, correct. So what happens is then like we'll regret sometime. Arey, I didn't do this. I should have done that. I didn't get to do that. Isn't it? Can't be helped. You can't have 100%, of everything. Somewhere you'll have to make compromises. That's what they say.
Yes.
Compromise is an art of cutting a cake in such a way that both each person thinks he's got the biggest piece. That's compromise. It is the definition of compromise.
Oh, yes. And sometimes we actually make fun of the fact that we are not at home for a child. So we sometimes tell him that, see, if we don't go out to office, then how will the money come? And if the money don't come, then how will how will you buy these kind of toys and something? So he doesn't
Correct.
understand. He only smiles, but we make fun of it.
Correct. No, but you know what? Whatever said and done very at a very early age, it goes inside their mind. We will not know, but it goes inside their mind. Sometimes it may come out as like different outcomes. We don't know. I used to tell my son everything. Why? Because he should know that what is the like how is the house being run, what is our like our standard of living, what can we afford, what we cannot afford. I believed in telling him that, and not telling that if my son wants something, somehow I'll get it for him. No, I'll tell him this time I can't do it because I can't afford it right now. But we look for an alternative. Why don't we do this instead of that? Next time when what we'll do is we'll start putting in money, and next time when we have enough money, we will buy that. So uh, I had a very good boss who was a living example. So from him only I learned parenting tips, and it was my luck that I had such good people. That's why I keep telling people that every stage of my life I have had good people with me, and I believe in it. You should have good companionship. Your friends
Absolutely.
or whoever you have around you, they should be. If they are very good, automatically it will have a reflection on you also.
Yes.
So that way I was really blessed. I shouldn't complain at all.
And now that your children have grown up, so they are like they appreciate whatever you have done for them. Uh,
I have only one
do they?
son. even today, we have dinner together and we sit across the table and talk about so many things we discuss, you know. And but he is not. He doesn't believe in Amma, you're great. Amma, you're great. He doesn't believe in that. Okay, but
There is no.
he has. uh, but he has that in his thing that my mother has. She has done a lot for me, and out of the way also she has done for me. So that respect should be there in the mind. That's enough.
Yes.
Mm. Because he is an introvert. So he speaks only when he is spoken to. Otherwise, he doesn't speak much.
Yes. So the age is like that, at different age group, we behave in different way. So we
Correct,
can't help it.
correct, correct. Anything else?
So we talked a lot actually.
A lot. Yes, yes.
We like to talk with you more because
Mm.
it's the conversation actually is going naturally.
Correct. We didn't have
There's
anything, planned in mind that we'll be talking about this. It just flowed. Yeah, correct.
yes, so I think we should wind up this session, but I would love to connect with you again whenever you
Sure.
have time. Uh,
Oh,
it's not
yes.
necessary to upload the video or something, but we can
Yeah,
converse with each other, learn a lot of
yeah,
things from you.
yeah, yeah. No problem.
Right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
Okay,
See
ma'am.
you nice
Yeah. Have
and
a
all
nice
the
day.
best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.